my name is Jorge Escudero, and I'm going to be discussing the soundtrack of the film Irreversible, which is written and directed by Gaspar Noé, and the soundtrack is by Tomás Bangalter. Let's start with the title track, Irreversible. So, although this isn't the first track played in the film, I guess it gives the sense of the feeling, the mood of the film, which is like yeah, especially here when this comes in, just a harrowing and haunting, dreading sense of dread that it's basically giving you a feeling that you can't avoid something terrible. Next track, this one, Tempus y dar relum. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but this is played in the title credits of the film, and it's cool in the way it's used with this drum. It shows all the names like of each credit, like Bellucci, Castle, Noé. Like, I'm not on beat, but yeah, it's a pretty effective title. Let's go to the next one, Rectum. So in this track, there's already the camera movement in this film. It's very like nauseating, like, and it's intentionally nauseating, as is the music. The camera's just rotating between two tall buildings, and it's insane, kind of the way the camera is like it kind of might make someone dizzy watching it. And the music is also kind of giving a rotating effect to go with the camera movement. And I remember reading that Tomás Bangalter, the musician who did the soundtrack on this, is also one half of Daft Punk. He intentionally used certain low frequencies to cause a feeling of nausea. And then there's a mix of like, there's a couple scenes where they're like partying and dancing, and those scenes, like, the music is more like electronic dancing music, so it's a nice one. This one's called Outrage. So it's like a highly intense, a lot of action, and they steal a taxi. They commit Grand Theft Auto from a taxi driver. They steal his taxi because they're trying to get to the rectum, and they're seeking revenge on someone that assaulted his girlfriend. Another dance tune, the party track. Des chords in French means disagreement, kind of like more tension. I imagine is a lot of dissonance used in these, and like minor chords to give an ill kind of feeling. This is a track called The End, which the film kind of concludes in this track, and it kind of leaves you with that, like, tearing your heart and destroying your heart and soul from watching the film. It's just an accumulating kind of build-up of tension, and I believe it's one of the last tracks that plays. I'll play just one more track that's not by Tomás Bangalter. I think the only one not by him in the film. It's called Mon Manager à moi. I think it's by Etienne Davo. And so this is a nice track that plays in a scene that it's like one of the only nice scenes depicting the couple waking up together before all the bad stuff happens. So it's like the one moment of like serene, like, peace that they share together, that in a way kind of adds to the tragedy, because you see how good their lives were and how happy they were and in love, and knowing what happens to them, it's really heartbreaking and soul-crushing. So thank you very much. That is my video essay for the soundtrack of Irreversible.